Today, welcome to another episode of Real Talk, brought to you by the fine folks over at Tango Theaters. My name is Ken Nicholas. I'm joined by Jason Solis.
Hello.
Asha Robles, as well as Uncle Ken. Hello. On the ones and twos. You don't see him on the screen, but here we are. We talk about movies every week, and this week a new movie's coming out at Tango Theaters called Pet Semetary, a remake of the popular Stephen King novel.
A new old movie, I guess. A new
old movie. And with that in mind, today we are going to be talking about the best movies, or the movies with animal antagonists, right? So we're going to get into that. But before we dive into that, just remember that the Avengers Endgame comes out on April 26th. Our very own special premiere screening of that movie will be April 26th, and we are giving tickets away on this show, as well as on I-94 on the radio, and as well as on KOM News and on Uno. So follow any of those different social media channels to participate in the different contests that we have going on. And with our podcast, the way you can win is by answering one question, and that is the one game is 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, and the object of the game is to link an actor or actress to Kevin Bacon within 6 steps or fewer.
And Asha actually picked this week's connection, which is kind of challenging.
It could be. So this week,
I don't even know why I picked her. I think we were talking about a movie.
Yeah, we have a movie with her in it, so we'll talk about that when we get to that. But so this week, you have to link Blake Lively with Kevin Bacon in 6 steps or less through the movies that they were in. Make sure you DM us or comment in the comments if you're watching this on Facebook. And yeah, you could win tickets to watching the premiere on April 26th.
We did have a question
Endgame.
They came in, somebody DM'd us and they said, you know, if I'm a kid, can I still win tickets?
You can.
All right. So, and by the way, our promo is on a Friday night at 7 p.m. So you're not going to be up until like some obnoxious hour on a school night.
And yeah, this is not an opportunity to win free tickets to watch any Endgame premiere. This is only for the April 26th 7 p.m. screening of the film. So keep that in mind if you're watching this podcast, 2 months from now. Obviously you are not eligible to win.
Everybody already know what happened.
This is, but okay, going forward. So we're talking about Pet Semetary. We just watched the trailer. What did you guys think of the new Pet Semetary? It stars Jason Clarke, who I think is a really superb actor.
He actually looks a lot like the guy who played Lewis from the first film, which came out in, I think,
80.
I want to say 90.
Is it really?
Maybe even 88.
Maybe like 80, 87 or something. Maybe.
Was it that far back?
I don't know.
Okay,
because I feel part 2 came out like 92.
Okay, between the three of us, raise your hands if you've read the book Pet Semetary by Stephen King.
Sure.
Okay, raise your hand if you watched the original Pet Semetary film.
We did that.
Raise your hand if you watched part 2.
Yes, of course.
Not on your life.
You guys did not watch Pet Semetary 2. That's maybe even better than Pet Semetary 1.
I didn't even know there was a Pet Semetary 2.
Edward Furlong is not in Pet Semetary 2. Edward Furlong is young John Connor from Terminator 2, and that's where it stops for me.
Man, Pet Semetary 2 was actually really, really cool. I thought it was pretty interesting.
It was 89. Okay, yeah, that's right. I was a freshman in high school when Pet Semetary came out.
Well, I mean, I liked the first one. It was pretty good. The second one looks like they took a little liberties with the
second one. You mean the one that's coming out
now?
The
remake, yeah.
Okay,
the new one.
Okay, the original Pet Semetary. Most people would agree that Pet Semetary is the scariest of all the Stephen King adaptations of books prior to it coming out a couple years ago. Stephen King's movies have always had a real hard time making their way onto the silver screen because his stories are so detailed and so layered and so rich. When they try and put it on there, it just falls apart, and they can get kind of silly. But yeah, Pet Semetary. I mean, from what we saw, the character of Gage was the little boy in the original Pet Semetary. Apparently now it's a girl.
Yeah,
which is weird.
It's weird. It's different.
But that little actor was terrifying. From the original film.
Hi, Daddy.
Yeah, he looked pretty
First
scary.
I play with Mommy. Then I play with Judge.
He's holding like the scalpel in his hand.
Now I'm going to play with you.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Dude. He's got the salad bowl haircut and, platinum hair. Ugh.
Yeah.
Frightening.
Salad bowl haircut. The bowl cut.
Wild. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Frightening kid. But this one looks legit. I mean, there's a way to edit trailers. You can make any trailer. You could make our show look terrifying. If you edit it, keep fading to black and fading in and out and
Just
everything.
leave it on Jason.
That's true.
So what do you think? I mean, what is it about these? Like we went through a bunch. We have a huge list of films that have animals playing the antagonists in the film. What do you think it is about movies like Pet Semetary and a couple others on the list that really evoke that feeling of horror? And I mean, because animals are pets, they're typically
and Pet Semetary.
They're supposed to love you back, not kill you.
And you are the biggest animal lover. Like here, you have a genuine affection for animals.
Yeah, I have a rescue shelter at home.
Yeah, I'm sure this topic is very, very sensitive with you. So, but remember, in Pet Semetary, in the book and in the movie, it's the family pet Church, the black cat, who is the nicest cat apparently like in the world, comes back, and this thing is like the spawn of Satan.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, and
jeez,
you like that sound effect?
Okay, cool.
Okay, and in the book, this is the only time I've actually read a book, and I have literally jumped off the couch as I was reading it. They say, so the main character, Lewis, the doctor, the dad, he's like sleeping and everything like that, and all of a sudden he feels something. This is after he buries the cat, and he looks down, and he wakes up in the middle of the night, looks down, and the cat's like sitting on his chest, and he can smell the death. That freaked me. It just, when you turn the page and everything, and then that happens, it's...
And you jumped, though.
Yeah, and I jumped.
Reading.
Have you never been scared from a book?
No, man. No, actually, no. I never saw words on a piece of paper, and I was
like, is that my fault? Hello.
Holy cow! I'm so scared right now.
Oh.
Oh my god! Let me lock my door. Oh man. Okay, guys. You know what?
The three of us are gonna watch Pet Semetary, and if you guys jump or scream,
It's a movie.
Okay, I'm holding you to that.
I will genuinely get more scared of a movie than a book.
I know, man. But let's get into it. How about Jaws? Right? Is that the pinnacle of a killer animal kind of film?
Yeah.
There was nothing special about Jaws the shark. It was just a great white shark, and that could actually happen.
And it's a suspenseful movie. I mean, the movie is pretty...
It's a really good drama, too. It is
a good movie. It's a good film.
Such an old film.
Yeah. But we talked about Jaws many times on this podcast, so I think we can just skip over and get to more of the fringe picks.
It's, it wasn't like one of the movies I've got on my list where... Didn't you just say we're moving on? Here I am.
I did, but you can go ahead and keep talking about it.
But Jaws was not a shark that was pissed off and wanted to exact revenge.
Yeah, it was just in its natural.
Yeah, it was not a mutated shark. It was not some demon shark or anything like that. It was a shark.
But it killed a lot of people.
It killed 3, Uncle Kim?
No, it killed more than 3 people.
More than 3, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, the drunk girl who goes skinny dipping at night, which by the way is a really dumb idea. Night swimming when you're drunk, that is not smart.
So many people.
It killed the guy like Robert Shaw at the end. Like in the old sea captain. Wait, does he kill Timothy? No, Timothy Busfield and Roy Scheider live. And
Timothy Busfield.
Not Timothy Busfield. Richard
Dreyfuss.
Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah. Sorry. I thought it was only like 2 or 3 people in the movie.
Yeah. Well, killed some people.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
For real this time.
Lake Placid. You watch Lake Placid?
I've seen parts of it.
Lake Placid.
So no, you haven't watched it.
Is that
Betty White? Yeah.
Man, I know she's creepy at the end.
Okay, but
feeds those little.
That was crazy.
Is that an alligator or is that a crocodile?
It's a crocodile.
It's a crocodile.
And how would you know the difference?
Because I read it.
So it is a crocodile.
Something you know.
Here's an interesting thing, right? That I didn't know until we just Googled the thing, was that alligators are fresh water, crocodiles are salt water.
Doesn't it have something to do with the snout too?
Yeah, and the snout. The crocodiles are like a longer snout or something, or like a V-shaped snout. But this is a lake, right? So it's a freshwater lake, right? So you wouldn't have a crocodile because it's a saltwater animal. But it is a crocodile, and of course you find out that Betty White was feeding the crocodile
at the end. All her little baby crocodiles.
So
again, this isn't a crocodile that's genuinely upset. He's just thinking he's going to be fed, and then he's not.
But it's how big the crocodile gets, or something.
Yeah, the crocodile hasn't got an axe to grind with everybody. He's just hungry.
Yeah, and then I mean this. To be fair, it's not a scary movie. It's more of a...
It's like a thriller,
action, right? Yeah. silly movie, Oliver Platt. I don't remember who the main guy.
I don't remember that movie being funny. That movie scared the crap out of me.
Scary.
Okay, once again, how old were you?
I was probably like 10.
Your parents were making you watch like these.
I watched Chucky when I was 4, so.
Wow.
All right, how about you, Jace? You got any movies
Okay,
on your list?
I'd like to throw out a movie that most people think is a horror movie, but it's actually a love story, and it involves a very, very large animal, a primate, so one of our ancestors, King Kong.
Okay.
King Kong is a love story. Do not get it twisted.
I like,
He
hey,
loves the girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as we come to understand it later on,
woman.
the girl loves him in a certain way. Because she thinks she was captured because, that tribe on Skull Island and, the whole thing, they go to find, the massive gorilla. And then, but he protects her. Mm-hmm. And then when they go back to New York City, it's like, oh, the mighty Kong is held like in captivity, and he climbs all the way up the Empire State Building, and he sees her, and she's like, no. And, she realizes he's just, bad phrase, but, he's just an ape. And he was in love. Beauty hath tamed the savage beast. Wow, man, you guys never really paid attention in the part in English class when they did analysis, did you?
I mean,
you guys are great in vocabulary, but
there's probably just a bunch of different. You know what? Maybe it's because you haven't been in love, Jason. But there may be different levels of love. There's levels to this, Jason. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be like a platonic type of friendship. Maybe she loves him that way. Like, hey, yeah, Kong,
I'm gonna love helping you off the ground when left.
Hey, Kong, you're really cool, man. You're cool, but we're not that cool. Like we're close. She cares.
Okay,
doesn't want him to be
obviously
harmed.
the proportions between them are a little bit different, and King Kong was like a 50 foot.
I mean, she's not like bringing him home to her parents or anything. I'm like,
oh my god.
Like, so I don't know. That's a weird choice, I think. But it is no, because Kong is the protagonist, right, in that film. Like he is.
King Kong is even the victim.
Yeah, well, he's definitely at the end. Well, I guess he is kind of.
Well, he appears to be the antagonist in the beginning, but then he winds up, being heroic and even, virtuous at the end.
Yeah,
it's like, wow, he's saving the girl, and at the end he's up there again on the Empire State Building, in the middle of Manhattan, and all these these little prop planes are shooting him and doing everything like that, and he falls to his death. And there's the original film. Uncle Kim, when did that come out? That was the Dino De Laurentiis, yeah, like some 50s movie, and then the 70s remake with Kurt Russell, thank you. And they show at the end of the movie, the woman is just like sitting there, just like crying, and she's like, oh my gosh, this guy gave his life. Okay, so that was me, King Kong. I've got at least one more primate, but Asha's turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with The Birds.
Ooh. Good one.
It's a good choice.
Scary
that was
as hell.
before
Alfred Hitchcock.
we were even born. Oh wait,
Hitchcock.
when were you born?
Yeah, that was before I was born, probably.
Okay, 1974, year of birth.
81.
81.
91.
90.
So
wow.
before all of us were born. That
Uncle
was a
Ken?
60s movie.
Year of birth, Uncle Ken? 19 blah, 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 blah.
But yeah, that movie.
1950. 5-0.
Yes, 5-0.
The Birds was really...
I just remember it being terrifying. Like, they had to... At one point, weren't they, like, in a box trying to, like, get away from the birds or something?
Everybody was trying to... And that's also interesting.
Birds killing people. That's crazy.
Because it wasn't just a King Kong or just a crocodile.
Yeah,
this was multiple.
Yeah.
or something.
I don't even really remember what happens. Do you guys know why they went all crazy? Was it like...
I don't remember.
Hitchcock never really...
They just...
Yeah, he just said, okay, there's a really messed up situation and everybody's trying to get away. What kind of birds were those? Were those crows?
Crows, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they? I don't know.
They were black. That's all I remember.
Tippi Hedren. That's what's her name? Ryan. Was that girl from when Harry met Meg Ryan's mom? I think.
Ah,
Interesting.
very much so.
But yeah, the movie was
Okay,
pretty
back
scary.
to you, El Capitan.
All right. Deep Blue Sea. With Thomas Jane and
Wow,
Samuel Jackson.
that was some
LL
low-lying
Cool
fruit
J.
there.
What's that girl's name again?
Saffron Burrows.
Saffron.
Great name, Saffron.
That was a great movie. So people,
I thought it was a good
bunch of
movie.
scientists are on an oil rig or like a research facility in the middle of the ocean, and they are studying great white sharks because some of the brain matter and the great white sharks can cure the effects of Alzheimer's, right?
Your second shark movie.
Yeah. And a storm hits, and they can't get off of the oil rig or whatever, the research facility, and the sharks get loose. And it is awesome. It was an awesome movie. Like super big great white sharks that are really, really smart and killing all the humans. Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Samuel Jackson, right?
Yeah, Samuel Jackson had that big speech. Like that's one of his best like monologues ever, I think. That Pulp Fiction.
I think this was like LL Cool J's like third movie too.
Well, and he's in a bunch of these types of movies, huh? Halloween.
We've gone over this.
What was that?
Anaconda, right? Wasn't he there?
Plus Ice Cube, I think.
Yeah, Anaconda. Anaconda.
And
should be on
Anaconda's
this
another one.
Okay,
we can. Yeah, okay, so we're done talking about Deep Blue Sea.
Let's stay with Anaconda.
You can watch it on TNT or like on TV, like one day.
I remember when Anaconda came out. That was what, like 94, 95, maybe somewhere around.
97.
97. Wow.
Damn.
I was already out of college. Anaconda was like the summer blockbuster. Had a massive, massive budget and had a cast that was supposed to be second to none. Ice Cube, Jennifer Lopez, Eric Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz was
from Mask. Remember, like he was the one who got like bit and he had like the fever. He was Jennifer Lopez's boyfriend. John Voight. John Voight, by the way, the worst. What was he? Colombian, Brazilian?
Yeah, Brazilian, right? Dude, that was.
Hey, you guys can't come down here and you can't catch it because the anaconda's gonna wrap you up. It's like
that was pretty crazy that they cast him.
Dude,
like that.
stick to Deliverance, okay, and stick to being Coach Bud Kilmer from Varsity Blues. All right.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy that they typecast him in that kind of role. Right? Don't you think? Like, I mean, it was just so.
Also, John Voight, father of Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Which you did not know about.
I didn't.
Half an hour ago. Yeah, you were freaking out when I said that.
I liked Anaconda. I thought it was pretty.
Maybe you weren't freaking out, but
I was not freaking out.
I liked it. It was pretty cool.
Okay, wait. Who lives in Anaconda? J-Lo and Ice Cube are the only ones that make it, right?
I don't know.
J-Lo makes it.
J-Lo makes it.
I think Ice Cube makes it too, but
pretty sure Ice Cube makes it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anyone.
John Voight was supposed to be like the super.
He's a hunter, poacher.
Yeah,
right?
he's the hunter.
Yeah. Yeah, that was okay.
And it wasn't just one anaconda. There were like multiple snakes in the.
All right, I got one for you.
Okay,
it's an ape movie. No, never mind. What is your second ape movie?
Okay, my second movie, staying with our cousins, and I'm actually gonna make this a collective, right? Planet of the Apes, and all of those. War for the Planet of the Apes, Battle of the Planet of the Apes, Return to the Planet of the Apes. That's a little bit of a stretch because the characters in that movie were actually evolved monkeys.
Yeah.
Dr. Zaius was like the smartest of all of the. He was the scientist of all of the ape people. But I think if you say we're talking about movies where animals were antagonists, you have to include the Planet of the Apes movies. You have to.
Man, I don't know because they're like human.
Bow your head.
They're like human. I don't know.
Remember that?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was Michael Clark Duncan too. The late Michael Clark Duncan. Rest in peace.
I don't know if I count those. Those wouldn't be on my list. But I mean, I like the Planet of the Apes movies. I even
like 19
the new
films. Too.
I even like the new remakes of the Planet of the Apes. I think they're pretty good.
The one with
Mark Wahlberg.
Franco.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well, Mark Wahlberg was the first one.
Okay, no, I don't like that one. That was like. That one was trash, right? They remade it, and then they were like, okay, this is bad. We're going to just erase that from film history and then remake it again.
But they
right?
didn't
Which
remake.
They
didn't remake the seminal scene where he goes like on the beach or and all.
Have they ever done that? Remade that scene, the Charlton Heston scene,
the one when he finds like the Statue of Liberty. It was here all along.
I don't. They might as well just remake that. They remake that entire series. They did the prequel already, right? Like, is the prequel done? I know there was a third film
because James Franco's one. That's the one with the helicopter, like on the bridge, and like.
See, James Franco was only in that first one. He wasn't in the second or third. Jason Clarke, who's in Pet Semetary, is in the final one. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, here I got an ape movie for you that I think qualifies. Congo.
Not a horror movie, a awesome movie.
It is a great movie.
I don't think
great
I've
Have you
ever
ever seen
watched.
Congo?
No.
Okay,
All right, who's in Congo? Okay, who's in Congo?
I don't know. I know
Eddie-
Amy the gorilla was in Congo, and that's all you need to know.
No, what's that guy's name? The guy from Ghostbusters. Ernie Hudson?
Ernie
Hudson.
The guy who's also in The Substitute.
Yeah. It is him.
Power achieved.
There's a girl.
Is power
What
perceived.
is that girl's name?
Who cares? The dude's in love with a monkey.
Anyway, so here's the story, right? Oh, and the guy from Nip Tuck.
Dr.
Not
Christian
Nip
Troy?
The other doctor.
Oh, the guy from Dexter.
That's not the
Dexter.
same guy. That's not the same guy.
That's the guy from... That's Dexter.
No.
Am I
Dexter
correct?
is
Dexter
not
is-
the guy from Nip Tuck.
Oh, no.
Jeez, and even I know that, and I don't even watch Nip Tuck.
Tim Curry is in there. He's the
Tim Curry was in there. That's right. He plays South
the
African.
poacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's the story. Like there's
Wait,
some
was
secret,
Amy the gorilla super smart, or did she just have the communicator?
and she was smart. Yeah, because
Okay.
she could use the communicator. So,
Asha,
yeah.
you would love this movie. This movie is really, really
So here,
awesome.
this is what happens. These like people fall into the Congo, and then they're attacked by some animals, apes or whatever, in some lost hidden city. And the other people back at the home base decide to go and find them. Right? Helen Hunt. Is it Helen Hunt? I think it's Helen Hunt. So anyway, they go and they bring with them a silverback gorilla that so happens to be able to communicate like with humans, like has a little transponder device, right? And then
And she talks. She talks through this communicator, and it's a female voice. She's like, Amy, like people, like people.
Wait, I think I watched this.
Yeah, and then she finds like the bad
gorilla,
apes, and
bad
then
gorilla.
Amy don't like bad gorillas. Bad gorillas. You've probably seen this.
so
It's showed on cable like
and
every
they show
day.
this film all the time.
Did
so
they
basic-
ever have like a cartoon based off of it, or?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. But anyway, so they in this lost civilization that
It's
they eventually
crazy.
do
This-
find, and they don't realize
Sounds
is that
familiar.
there is a secret species of like a white gorilla that's super aggro and just like kills everybody, right? And I liked it. I thought it was a pretty awesome movie. I thought it was pretty dope.
Yeah, no. But again, Congo, not a horror movie, but super cool.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Okay.
And we're not saying it doesn't. These don't all have to be horror movies, right? They just have to have an animal antagonist.
Okay,
right?
Asha, can you please save us because we are like we've
Oh,
been on monkeys for like the last like 3 or 4
I'm gonna go with Eight-Legged Freaks.
Mm.
You guys watch that?
What
right?
is the guy's name in it? The guy from Scream?
The guy from Scream.
What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Skeet
no,
Ulrich.
No, it's not Skeet. It's David Arquette. David Arquette. That's the guy.
Yeah, his name is David. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dewey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David.
Yeah, the
That movie was so funny.
Yeah.
I watched it a while ago, but I don't know. I liked it. It was funny. It wasn't
how
that
did they-
scary.
Are you afraid of spiders?
How did the spiders get big?
I mean, yeah.
How
Like
did they-
some kind of like toxic oil spill or something. Like this truck crashes because it doesn't want to hit a rabbit on the road, and it spills one of the tanks into the nearby lake.
I'm not
or
even thinking
whatever.
about Eight-Legged Freaks at this point. I'm just thinking that Dewey from Scream wound up getting Courtney Cox.
But those spiders kill a lot of people in that movie, like a lot.
It's all right.
It was good. It was funny. You just
I
said
like
it didn't have to
Arachnophobia was
be
better
a
than
horror movie.
Eight-Legged.
Oh, Arachnophobia. See, that I thought Arachnophobia was a comedy, and then when I watched it, I was like, wow, this is actually...
I don't think I've ever watched
I'm
that
waiting
one.
for the comedic parts to kick in because this movie is kind of scary.
Yeah, it was all right. John
Yeah.
Goodman, right? John Goodman was in it?
Yeah.
That was a good movie. All right, Jace, back to you.
I'm going to give some love to our canine friends now and go back to Stephen King. Cujo. If you have ever wanted to just basically scare the bejesus out of yourself and the people you love, go stream, rent, purchase Cujo. It is the story of the unbreakable bond between a young boy and his dog, and what happens when that dog goes rabid. The thing that was so crazy about this was, true to Stephen King's form, he's somehow shattering the innocence of youth with a horrific event. And this dog just doesn't get, bitten by a rabid raccoon. This dog goes crazy.
It was a contemporary horror type of...
Yeah.
Like, rabies was a real kind of thing.
Yeah, we in the 80s, you know, for those of us who are old enough to remember this kind of thing, there were two things we were really terrified about. Was rabies, like a rabid dog running around our neighborhood, and quicksand. If you had that in your neighborhood, those were some scary times. But
quicksand, huh?
Yeah. Your quicksand is scary.
Yeah, just what neighborhood had quicksand, man?
Well, maybe not on Guam, but you know.
What city had quicksand, for that matter?
You would have quicksand if there would, you know, there was mud and it would like mix with sand granules.
Okay, anyway,
I'm not good in.
You know what,
okay,
man?
back to Cujo.
You know what's
Cujo,
really
the dog shook
and it was a Saint
car.
Bernard.
Yeah, it was a big
Cujo
dog.
was a Saint Bernard, right? And Saint Bernards are like the lovable, fluffy, big dogs.
They are the dogs that literally go save people when they're stuck in the snow. Mm-hmm. They bring them those big, you know, those
whiskey barrels.
Yeah, the barrels of whiskey. Thank you. And I know Asha was looking at this earlier because she saw like the thumbnail for it, but that scene in Cujo where Cujo has just like gored like a human, and the fur on his face is all peeled back, and he's got like, you know, there's blood like throughout his face. Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
And Cujo was just messed up because it was, you know, it was a little boy's dog, you know, and the boy doesn't want to part, you know, with the dog or admit that, you know, I mean, you know, he doesn't want people to hurt his dog because he's like, hey, that's still my best friend in the world when you're a little kid, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what makes that story so scary. It's, you know, everybody can identify with that.
Well, that's a love story, isn't it?
That is a love story too. Most definitely. I also have another love story coming up.
Okay.
Okay, you want me to...
Let's hear it, man. Why don't we let's go with more of your love stories, Jason.
1971. You got to go a little bit ways back for this, but Orca. Bo Derek was in that movie, and Orca is basically the story of these killer whales somewhere off Alaska, and there's the bull in the family has impregnated, you know, another killer whale, obviously, and then the mama killer whale is pregnant. These fishermen come there, and then they actually wind up catching the mama killer whale. They hoist her up, and then the bull killer whale can't do anything because, oh my gosh, there's, you know, the love of my life and my family. And then they find out that they cut the mama whale open and they take out so they abort the baby, and there's like this little baby orca. The bull goes crazy. The bull literally hunts down these people, and one by one systematically finds a way to like kill them. And at the end of the movie, the big bull killer whale is jumping up and down and winds up knocking this one guy onto like this glacier, like of ice, and he keeps jumping up and down, and he breaks off the glacier, and the guy slips into the ocean and drowns. And the orca actually, like, the camera goes tight in his face, and you can see the orca's eye, and he just like stares at the guy and gives him this killer like Attenbaba.
I've never heard of this movie, actually.
This movie was really, really powerful, and it's really scary.
Seems pretty interesting, though.
Yeah, this is the only appearance on my list of any whales, because, you know, you've got shark galore. But...
Yeah, I got a bunch of sharks on mine.
Okay, well, whose turn is it now? I went twice.
Asha's turn.
We already said Deep Blue Sea, right?
Yeah.
Jaws, Lake Placid, Anaconda. You guys said all of the ones that I have.
I have a feeling we're skipping over the most obvious shark movie. Talking about sharks as the...
Oh my god, what? Sharknado?
Sharknado.
That's Ken's favorite movie.
I don't like Sharknado, actually. I think.
Did you guys not like Sharknado?
I think I would have actually walked out of that in a movie theater if
really?
It's so trash.
Well, remember, Sharknado was actually, it was released not even straight to video, straight to cable. And then it premiered in I think it was 2013, and it was like a goof, and then all of a sudden on Twitter, everybody started talking about how crappy of a movie it was, and then it really quickly became, because that's the way the internet works, everyone was like, you know, this movie's actually kind of awesome, and it was trending for like 6 hours.
Who said it was awesome?
Everybody on Twitter. Everyone was like, dude, this is it's funny. It's got Ian Ziering for Beverly Hills 90210. Tyra Reid. There was all these, like, you know, in addition, it's got like, and you know, in the movies that have followed, all of these celebrities are trying to get on Sharknado. They're like, dude, telling their agents, dude, get me on that picture. Even if I'm gored by a shark and I want to die in the most like ridiculous way.
Yeah,
Sharknado's a good time watching.
That's a pass for me.
Really?
Hard pass.
You want to watch a good shark movie? You should watch The Shallows with Blake Lively. That's a good shark movie.
Who, once again, is our 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon
6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Remember, you know, if you want to win some free tickets, you got to definitely find out how Blake Lively is related to Kevin Bacon through her movies. Don't forget that. But that movie's good. Blake Lively goes to some beach and is surfing all alone, and then she gets trapped on a little coastal rock and has to figure out how to get back to shore. And there's 2 or 3 sharks that are patrolling the waters waiting for her to kill her.
And this is better than Sharknado? Than a tornado that is literally made of sharks?
Jason, do you even hear yourself?
Yeah, it's better, Jason. Yeah, it's better than a tornado of sharks. Holy cow. And it's Blake Lively in a bikini. Man,
okay.
It's worth watching. It's worth watching.
Okay,
definitely.
you got Blake Lively in a bikini or Ian Ziering running around in a tornado of sharks. Okay, I give you that one.
How about The Ghost and the Darkness? Let's go back on land for a bit.
I've not seen that one.
So this one stars Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer.
Ghosts.
And it's a true story of some railroad, I guess, that was built in Africa. And these 2 South African hunters were hired to kill these 2 lions that were killing the workers on this railroad track.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty interesting. And they're called The Ghost and the Darkness, these 2 different lions, right? And it's the story of how these 2 guys hunted them down. It is actually really, really good. That's probably, outside of Jaws, the best all-around movie on this list, I think.
Wow.
I would say. The Ghost in the Darkness, 1996. Michael Douglas, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer when he was still like, a good actor. Because, he's...
You dare to knock Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
The guy who has played Jim Morrison. The guy who played Iceman in Top Gun.
Yeah, I mean, that's when he was a good actor.
The guy who played
The Saint.
the dude from Willow.
The
Saint.
What is his name in Willow?
I forget what his name in Willow was. I know Willow was a short guy, but... Okay, I know what the outcome of this is going to be, but can I challenge you two?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I've got something.
Guys, welcome to the weekly challenge from Jason, where
Okay.
he says something ridiculously off-center.
And these 2 eye roll. Get your hands ready because you're going to want to screenshot what's coming up if you guys are watching us on YouTube. All right. Can we say Underworld?
No, we can't.
Really? That definitively?
Can we say Underworld is what?
Because it's werewolves. And
Can we say Underworld
werewolves or
is-
wolves? Which are the antagonists in the movie? Okay. What? Okay. Let me reverse polarity. Why can we not say Underworld? Asha, you shot this down faster than whatever. So why can we not consider Underworld?
They're not.
Because people
animals, bro.
don't actually transform into werewolves
Yeah.
in real life.
Okay.
They're not an actual...
I mean, it's not even like...
A werewolf is a full-on wolf. When you shapeshift, you change into it. You're in human form. You're in wolf form. Therefore, you are a wolf.
No,
at that
you're
time.
into a
Could we not
human
say,
wolf
Could we
form.
not say an American werewolf in London?
Yeah, we can't.
No, wow. Can you guys believe this?
If we do that, we could talk about vampires.
Yeah, we can't. And we can't, Uncle Kim, because it's not a vampire. This is a
No.
animal antagonist.
It's an animal movie. Now you got me saying it. No, werewolves are wolves.
Oh, my God. Oh, help me.
Might as well add
Help
dragons
me.
into the mix.
Help me.
And
I'm okay with dragons.
We know. We know you're okay with
Wait,
dragons.
okay, so wait.
Oh my lord! Those of you at home, please let me know if you agree with Jason that werewolves should be added into the animal
werewolves
podcast.
definitely should. Okay,
That is
can we say
ridiculous.
Jurassic Park? The Jurassic Park movies. Because
They
dinosaurs
are
did actually
more
exist.
feasible
Depending on where you went to
than
church.
werewolves, because right,
there's
dinosaurs did
actually
exist.
proof of
Okay,
dinosaurs.
how many
existing.
dinosaurs have you seen in your lifetime walking around?
I have never seen.
How many wolves have you seen walking around in your
I've
lifetime?
never seen one.
I've never
walking
seen a
around,
wolf in
You've
real
never
life.
seen a wolf?
In real life, no.
No, yeah, I've never seen one in real life. Have you seen a wolf in real life?
I have seen a wolf in real life.
Yeah, where?
Yeah, my sister has a timber wolf as a pet. Thank you.
A timber wolf.
Can we get Stacy to confirm that
Stacey,
she does, in fact,
listen, please,
have a timber wolf as a pet? Oh my.
Oh wait, timber wolf or Siberian husky?
Yeah, okay, make it up. See,
Oh
now
my
that
god,
you
a
said it-
husky!
Timber wolf or Siberian?
A
Wait,
timber wolf. Oh my. Wolves aren't even domesticated animals.
You can do this.
it is. Oh, okay. I stand corrected. My sister has a Siberian husky, but
This is what we have to deal with, guys.
I defend my point. Okay, so if we say Jurassic Park, because they are dinosaurs and dinosaurs did exist, we have to say Underworld and we have to submit that.
Werewolves did not exist. Jason, they did not exist. Oh my god, did werewolves exist? Someone help me out.
There were a lot of people that believe that you can't, even to this day.
gosh.
If you look in scientific manuals, I'm pretty sure.
Scientific manuals.
That lycanthropy is a thing. If you get bitten by a certain, like a rabbit, like a rat,
You
or-
turn into a full-on rat person?
Yeah, you can be a there's a were-cat, there's
This
a
is
were-rat,
not
there's a
real.
were. I played Dungeons and Dragons, all right? And
Yeah, there, you play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay,
okay,
I'm
so
gonna take
I tried. Hey, man, I tried to challenge.
Wow, this is just as wild.
Even our resident animal expert shot it down. So I tried. All right. So Underworld is a no.
It's a no.
Underworld is a hard no.
You
it's
can.
a hard no. It's a hard no.
Wow.
It's yeah.
Hope you guys got screenshots of that, because whew.
All right, how about a bear movie? Any movies with bears? I mean, they have The Revenant, but that's not really a bear movie at all, right? Because I mean,
Leonardo DiCaprio
just
fights a
he
bear.
fought a bear, but that's not. That really has
A bear hunting them
no
down the whole
bearing.
time.
Oh, no bearing. On the
Wow.
that was a good one. That is gold. Like whatever Jason's talking about, werewolf. I don't know. But
That's rust. That's
Yeah,
gold.
that was-
All right, that's gold.
There's one here called Grizzly.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen Backcountry.
1976.
Bat country.
Backcountry is a good movie. You should watch that.
You know, it's actual bats. It's not vampires.
No, back.
Back.
Oh, I thought you said bats.
No, back. Like it's behind. That was
What
a
is
good one.
bat country?
It's about a couple. They go on a honeymoon or something in the
It's a bear.
woods. Oh, actually, I don't know if they're married. I think they're dating, and then I think he's gonna propose to her, and then they get attacked by a bear. Interesting movie. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's scary. That's sad.
Pretty
Stuff that could happen in real life.
Yeah.
yeah. And even though the bear does attack them, they don't turn into
Bear wolves.
bear wolves. Or whatever.
No,
you would call
we're
it.
bears. We're bear wolves.
Bear wolves.
Wow.
Werebears.
You guys are just doing like cross-species pollination here at some point. Okay, man. I am dying with my
Dude,
list.
do you have anything else on there that's
Okay,
like,
I've got one. Bunicula.
What is
All right.
that?
And this was actually this is kind of a curveball
I'm
because
about to throw my phone through this thing right now.
okay, Bunicula is
Bunicula. The bunny Dracula. Oh
yes,
my
yes, thank you. Somebody actually knows it. Okay, this and Bunicula was a TV after-school special in the 80s. And it was about this cute little bunny rabbit that got bit by a bat, since you bring up bats, and became a vampire. Now, because it was a TV after-school special, it wasn't scary, it wasn't horrific or anything. It was just like this. You actually you'd love it because a cute little bunny rabbit is a vampire. And again, we're back to vampires. So if you accept Bunicula, you have to accept Underworld. I'm not backing down from this.
This is Spider-Man scary movie.
Spider-Man?
Pete Parker got bit by a spider.
That's true. Peter Parker did get bit by a radioactive spider, and one of his biggest foes are the lizard, the rhino. See,
Gremlin or the Goblin.
Green Goblin.
Green Goblin.
Well, technically that's not an animal, but
Sandman.
see, knowledge. Okay, so
Dr. Octopus.
Doctor, that hey, good one.
Feel good.
Okay, so what? So even knowing what you now know about Bunicula, because he knows what I'm talking about, and he just summarily rejected it. How, would you even say that merits consideration?
Guys, before this gets
Look at what you
Not
just
up
did
to
with your
me.
lips. I know that's a no.
before this gets too out of hand, we're gonna go ahead and end it. But I'm gonna just
Wait, what
those
else
of
do we
you at
have?
home-
Look at
Piranha!
we have a
got like
long. We got Piranha.
Piranha.
3D.
Okay, talk about Piranha. Piranha's great.
Piranha 3D. I didn't watch the first Piranha.
Piranha 3D.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch the first Piranha, so I don't really know. Piranha 3D I watched.
Piranha in the late
like that
70s
one.
was everybody knew that was a really good scary movie.
I don't remember.
Because
I didn't
again,
watch that one.
okay, remember what I said about in the 80s we were scared of rabid dogs
Yeah,
like
yeah,
rabies
yeah,
and of course with quicksand. In the 70s it was piranha because no one really knew what they were. They just know that there were these killer fish and they would attack in mass and they had these teeth like razor blades.
But the movie is just so gory. Like, I feel like once you put your hand in, it's like bone already.
Yeah,
Like, that's
they-
not
they-
how it really is, right?
they cut you to ribbons.
But I mean, like, it's not that fast in
There's-
real life, is it?
It's basically like
We should YouTube it.
Thousands of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should YouTube it.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty quick.
Wait, what do you call a school of piranha, right? Yeah. It was basically if you get bitten by like a barracuda, a single barracuda with like those razor sharp like teeth, or like 100 piranha.
Barracuda have razor sharp teeth?
Yeah, barracuda have really sharp teeth.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I thought they just had like a long nose thing or whatever. And
Before you close, I got one. Before you close.
I don't know fish.
Before you close.
I just eat sushi. Yeah, sure.
Before you close, I got
I just
one.
eat sushi.
You don't know fish. You're
20,000 leagues under the sea.
Oh, hey, that's
Squid.
That counts. That's thank you, Uncle Kid, for bringing the podcast back to credibility and relevance, as opposed to freaking werewolves and Banicula.
Wait,
a vampire rabbit.
Back up, because this fool just said, "I don't know anything about fish." Of the 20 listings he's got on his list, like 7 of them are shark movies, and you don't know anything about fish.
Well, it's a shark.
A shark is not a fish?
No, I'm just saying it's like a shark movie. I'm like, okay, it's a shark. Yeah, it's attacking stuff and eating stuff. I'm not surprised. It's not like you're asking me to, identify the dental records of 4 different fish, like a blowfish, a barracuda, and a grouper. How would I know?
Okay.
Like, come on, man. A barracuda has like 6 incisors.
Speaking of which, if I can just say one. We were talking about, I had the one whale movie with Orca. Let's go back to a movie based on classic literature, Moby Dick.
Yeah, okay. That counts for sure.
Yeah, is there any other whale in history that has been more vilified? But actually, is Moby... Again,
well, the blackfish one, right? Like, what is that one called?
Oh, Tilikum?
Yeah, well, that's an orca, right?
And that's an orca in captivity. So, some people believe that, he was due, but no. Okay. Is Moby Dick, according to the story, is Moby Dick the antagonist, as we're covering here, or the protagonist? Because it was Captain Ahab who was technically the bad guy.
Technically, yeah. I don't know. I guess...
I'm absolutely shocked that Asha, our Chris Hemsworth expert, has not weighed in on this yet.
Well, see, that movie
I haven't watched it.
Heart of Darkness.
Our Chris Hemsworth,
Heart of the Sea.
Yeah, our Chris Hemsworth expert and probably future Mrs. Chris Hemsworth. Right? No? Let's go back and review some of these older podcasts where you were like completely fawning over. Okay.
How about Meg?
Yeah, but I'm a realist.
How about the Meg? The Meg is a new one with the Megalodon.
That shark was bigger than the tanker ship.
Wait, what's his name? The actor?
Jason Statham.
Okay. I watched that one.
I like that movie. That was pretty cool.
That little girl was so cute. The little Asian girl. You don't remember?
No, I remember. Yeah.
Damn, you don't think she's cute? Fine.
No, I'm just a little kid.
That's what I meant. Like, she's a cute little kid.
Yeah. I mean, the mom abandoned her on the ship and made her do
bad parenting, but.
So, okay, guys, have we?
So we started with Jaws and we're ending with bad parenting, and somehow in the middle of it,
we talked about werewolves and we have bunny vampires.
And we have dude over here who knows every shark movie and will not accept Sharknado, and then admits in the same breath that he doesn't know anything about fish. Okay. Maybe for our next episode, we'll be broadcasting live from the UOG Marine Lab.
So, but you know what? The good thing is the 3 of us are going to go and watch Pet Semetary. Pet Semetary. Right? We're going to do that together this weekend. Right? Are we doing that? We're watching Pet Semetary?
I'm totally down.
Okay, we're cool. This will be Jason's first movie in 10 years. That he gets to see in the theater.
And if either of you, as we said at the beginning, if either of you jump from your seats...
Jason, no, we didn't agree to that.
Oh my gosh.
We were talking about how you jump.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, this is the
scary
first time
parts in books.
In a book, because it was that scary.
Oh,
Yo, I don't know what book you're reading, but...
Dude, wow.
No book should make you jump out of your pants.
Like, what are you wearing and listening to in the room while you read the books? That you got so worked up about it when you read a couple words?
What I always wear when I'm at home.
Nobody wants to know.
Man, okay, guys, on that note...
My Seattle Supersonics basketball shorts and my Google hoodie.
We have dragged way too long here, but remember... well, why don't you let us know, those of you at home, let us know in the comments what movies with animals you thoroughly enjoy, even if they're bad movies.
Especially if you're a zoologist and you actually know about animals.
Maybe if you really think that werewolves are actually part of the...
They are.
That thing, then, just let us know. But also remember... Avengers Endgame, the KUAM premiere is April 26th, 7 p.m. And you can still win free tickets by playing any of the contests on I-94 or Uno, or by playing our contest here on the KOM Podcast Network. So just send us your answer for a connection, 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon with Kevin Bacon and Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
So easy tickets to win. So long. We'll catch you next week.